What's up, Amazon sellers? Can you make £2,000 a month selling on Amazon doing online arbitrage? Well, quite simply, yes, I'm doing it and I'm making more right now. I'm going to show you in this video how I do it and also break it down for you so you too can replicate that process. Stay tuned. Hey guys, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. Now, enough about me. What are we going to be talking about in this video today? So let's get into it now. Before you do anything, just drink coffee. You can't make £2,000 without drinking coffee, I promise you. Okay, so first things first, how did I make my first £2,000? Well, this was quite a long time ago. This was like, if I'm right, it's probably about 2018 I made my first £2,000. And the reason why I kind of say that is throughout my history and where I've learned and what I've seen is that I have very kind of ups and downs, which is quite common, and I'll share that with you. But quite simply is that I think it was back in probably August 2018, we did our first £2,000 worth of revenue. But the one thing I really remember is that in the next month I only made 500. Why? Because basically we didn't buy enough stock, we invested a lot of money in it, and also we had some stock control problems. So we weren't shifting the stock that we needed to, and in 1 month we shifted a lot, and then the next month we didn't have so much to sell. So quite simply, I've made £2,000, and obviously now I make a lot more, but interesting enough, it's not like you hit the £2,000 mark and then voila, it's always up. No, not at all. This is a business, it's a roller coaster. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up. It's about building stable income. It's about building stable actions for you in the business to generate the revenue, which will generate the profits, and obviously that kicks income for you. So quick question for you guys, if you've just started on Amazon or maybe even you've been selling on Amazon a long time, let me know, how long did it take you to create your first £2,000 worth of profit in your business? Or maybe if you just started even the 1,000. Let me know in the comments down below. Was it a couple of months? Was it a year? Was it 2 years? Are you reinvesting? What's the situation? Let me know down below. So that leads me quite nicely on how can you make £2,000 a month in profit. There are 2 ways you can generally do this within the UK. Number 1, you can do something what's known as stay under the VAT threshold. Right now in 2021, I think it's about 85,000 a year. And there's a good friend of mine, Dan Gilmore, who pretty much does this. He works a couple of hours a week, he stays under the VAT threshold, and he just goes for really high ROI items, but doesn't sell huge volumes. Really good, keeps the admin down, and it does work, but you've got to know what you're doing. Now, the majority of the time is that what you're looking at is not just to make 2,000 a month, you're probably looking to go 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So Dan Gilmore's model, whereby staying under the VAT threshold, generally doesn't work because you can't scale it too much higher. But if you are looking to scale bigger, then what you want to do is go over the VAT threshold. So this example I'll give now in how to grow to £2,000 profit is about going over the VAT threshold and what that looks like. What I will also add is this example is a conservative estimate. You could do so many tweaks on this to improve certain margins, certain areas of it, and smash this absolutely out of the ballpark. But I'm trying to be conservative in it, not give you an ideal situation. So I'm going to break this, how to make £2,000 profit per month, down into 4 steps. First things first, what do I recommend? Build a list of all your deals that you are finding. People call them replenishables, people call them, should we say, they are the deals that they're finding, the deals that they're rebuying. Now, within my business, I classify a replenishable as anything I've purchased already within the last year. Now, number 2, build a team. The reason why I say this is I've learned this myself. I am my biggest problem in my business. I wake up some mornings and I really can't be bothered. Or sometimes I'm ill, I'm sick. I cannot do this journey on my own. And if I want to grow this business beyond £2,000 profit, I definitely cannot do it on my own. In my business right now, we have 6 VAs, 1 purchasing manager, 4 sourcing VAs, and 1 admin VA. And quite simply, they run the business for me. They are fantastic. So number 3, talking about costs, targets, things that you need to get involved with. So controlling your costs. What I'll do is I'll do a screen overlay and show you what I'm talking about here. So first things first, let's go through it. So you've got Amazon Seller Central account, And that's going to be a £30. That's professional. You want that. Number 2, FBA multi-tool. This is like a calculator tool. I really recommend them. It's going to speed up your deal sourcing. Keeper, you don't need this because FBA multi-tool does have it involved, but I like them. I really like it. And I just find it so much more accurate about finding the right deals. Keeper, I really love. Then I think it's very, very important to understand profit calculations. Now, Seller Toolkit is one that we use, and because we're going over that threshold, Seller Toolkit handles it slightly differently to something called Seller Board, which I do like as well. The Seller Toolkit I recommend. Again, I recommend that there. It's going to be about £35. Now, quite simply, a repricer, we use Repricer Express. There's a lot out there, £50 I'm putting in, and you can find cheaper ones, so don't worry about it. So they are the tools. Now, quite simply, I've also talked about it, 2 saucers, £380 per saucer. That is going to be £760. Now, in addition to that, I'm probably going to say you're going to be doing your own prep because it's keeping it in-house, keeping your costs low. Now, I basically talked about 2% of theirs, like the revenue, but quite simply, what are we looking at? About £300 per month on prep. Now, that might change, but these like boxes, bundles, labels, sticky labels, etc., things like that, they are ongoing costs you're going to have. So when you add up all these costs, and it's important to understand your cost, how much you're looking at, well, £1,210. So that's the total cost that we need to cover. And then we need to add on our profit on top of that. And then we can work out how much revenue we need to make through our selling of the products. Okay, so we've got a cost of £1,200. Now, quite simply, remember, we want to be making £2,000 profit. Now, the next thing I'm going to put in is profit of £1,500. And I'm going to say, bear with me. I'll explain why at the end. So we're going to look to make £1,500 from our business. So quite simply, if we need to make £1,500 profit and we've got costs of £1,210, quite simply, you're going to be looking to make a gross profit of £2,710. If we assume that you work on an ROI, return on investment of 30%, we can then work out how much money we need to spend on stock. So quite simply, this is your £2,700, £2,710 divided by 0.3. Now that means we need to spend £9,033 on stock. And if we achieve a 30% ROI on that stock, we will be making £2,710. Simple. So that is how much money we need to be spending on stock every single month to generate £2,710 worth of gross profit. Out of that 2,710, we need to take away the £1,210 worth of costs, and that's going to leave us with £1,500 worth of profit, which is very much on the way of where we want to be. Okay, so now working on the assumption that we're going to buy something for £10 and sell it for £20, i.e. pretty much double, then what does that mean for revenue? So we're going to be spending £9,033 worth on stock every single month. And if we're going to be doubling that to make our revenue, we're going to be making about £18,000 worth of sales every single month. Now, that is going to net down to us to generate, we already know, £1,500 worth of profit. So what does that mean from a financial perspective? We're going to be making a net margin of 8.3%. Now, that's okay. It's not huge. It's pretty much about where I operate my business. And I think for you, you can do much, much better than that as well. But I'm being conservative here. Most people talk about a 10% net margin is where you want to aim for. But quite simply for you, aiming at about 8.3, that's fine. At least if you can work on this and you make some improvements, you're going to do really well. Now, the one thing I'll say is I talked about making £2,000 profit, but for some weird reason, I only said 1,500 in my calculations. We are £500 short. Am I going crazy? No, not at all. Let's explain where the other 500 will come from. Now, quite simply, this is going to be through cashback, £500 per month through cashback. And how are you going to do that? Now, quite simply, we are going to be looking at getting probably 2 complete savings accounts. You can set these up. You just need to use different credit cards, just use different cards, they work fine, and different bank accounts to accept the money in. Now, they have a limit of £250 cashback that you can achieve through each account, but I probably wouldn't recommend going over 200 per account. And quite simply, so that's going to make 400. And then in addition to that, maybe £100 from Quidco, top cashback, or maybe cashback credit cards as well. Now, the reason why I say use cashback rather than grow the revenue is because you're probably going to add another £5,000 worth of sales you've got to generate to get that extra £500 profit in your business. Whereas you can generate £500 worth of cashback from the existing £9,000 worth of purchases already. That's really easy to do. So don't work harder than you need to. Make sure you're maximizing the purchases you're already doing by using cashback credit cards. That's going to be super, super important. Now, that leads me quite nicely to talk on to about what's the one most important factor in generating £2,000 profit per month. Well, quite simply, it's having the ability to buy deals, and we already talked about it, spending £9,033 per month on deals. Now, I've talked about sourcing VAs. Maybe you are not there ready to get sourcing VAs yet. You're looking to get started. Quite simply, what do you need? You need deals. So I really recommend you have a look at FastTrackFBA Leads. What is this? This is a service that I created whereby we have our own VAs working 7 days a week finding deals for you. What do? Quite simply, get all the deals that they find, put them onto our web portal, and you can see every single one of them. What do you then do? You look at all the stats, the profits, the ROI, find the ones that work for your business, and then quite simply, you purchase tokens from us and you use those tokens to unlock the supplier URL and the Amazon ASIN, and then you can go to the supplier, buy the product, resell them on Amazon for profit. We've got some great deals on there. You can see everything, and even special deals which we believe are ungated for new sellers. So if you are interested, have a look down below, FastTrackFBA, and look at our leads. That's going to really help scale your business and grow you to new heights, and hopefully 2,000 profit and beyond per month. Now, that leads me quite nicely onto top tips from my personal advice and my journey over the last couple of years. Okay, so first things first, what I'd really recommend is KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And you know what? I was stupid. I really was. When I first started out, I looked at what other people were doing and I tried to create software to make it faster, more efficient. And you know what? It just took so much time and it increased my costs, and it wasn't generating revenue for quite a long time. Top tip for you guys: don't reinvent the wheel. Number two, know your numbers. I think you'd be surprised at the number of sellers who, while they might know their revenue, they don't actually know their profit figures. Number three, taking action. And I would literally say it to you, every single day, you've got to do at least one thing on your business. Don't look at just YouTube videos. Don't just talk on Facebook. Take action, do something new. It's that action which is going to push you forward, not the learning. We talked about it here. If you're running a 30% ROI, quite simply, we talked about £9,033 per month. Now for you, break that down into 4 weeks and aim to spend that amount every single week. Find the deals, buy the goods, spend that amount of money. I cannot stress that enough. The revenue will come, but every week, understand how much you need to spend and spend it. That's the important thing. Action. And then finally, number 5, enjoy the ride. Honestly, I cannot stress that enough. I've been here in Mexico. I've worked super hard for the first 2 months and I've not seen anything. But quite simply, we do it all in our businesses. We're so focused on getting out there and drive, making sales. Sometimes we don't get to enjoy the life. Remember, you've only got one life. Yes, work damn hard, but also make time to recognize and reward the hard work and success that you're having. Now, quite simply, that is everything from me. What I'm going to say is hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up, and hey, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more video content like this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a video around here about Amazon fees, how much all the fees are and what they are. Watch it. It's going to really help you out if you're starting on Amazon and want to understand the costs and what the hidden costs are that you need to know. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.